All right. Shelfspace, the podcast, back in the building. I'm your man, the spaceship driver, Almond Brown, checking in for another crazy episode with my man, the Toxic Avenger. I'm gonna let him introduce himself right now. Go ahead and hit him up. Hit up the audience.
Welcome, everybody. Since we are the Toxic Avenger, we wound up breaking out the red flag T-shirt for this one, the special edition. I'd like to welcome everybody to the most poppinest podcast on the face of this flipping earth, Shelfspace, the podcast, and we hope that we bring some great content to you, some interesting thoughts, and we hope that you walk away with different perspective and a whole lot of conversations.
True. So, Toxic. What's been up the past week, man? How things been going?
I've been chilling. Finally caught up on everything going on with the Shy. I had jumped off of the Shy for a minute when it first came out, and then saw a clip of Brandon from the first season, and I went back down the rabbit hole and found out that it was the Shy, and I went back and I binge watched the entire season, all the way up to the season ender of season 6, and I have to say I messed up. I should have got on that one early. I should have.
Somebody,
I won't say I should have got on that one early. I should have stayed on that one.
you talking about the Shy?
Yes,
So
the
we kind of
Shy.
give us a quick read, like just a recap of that, or just that plot. There's a lot of hood shows on. So what makes the Shy different from something like a
The, Sh-
Power or something like that?
the Shy is different than Chirac. It gives you elements of Chirac with the killing, with all of the buffoonery that goes on with everything in Chirac. But then it gives you the humanistic side as well of the people from the Shy, the neighborhood, the camaraderie, the togetherness, and the whole nine. There's a young lady in there that was waiting at the bus stop for her hood boyfriend, and it bugged me out on how he left her to ride the bus versus either coming to get her or sending her an Uber. She winds up getting snatched at the bus stop, and the gentleman that snatched her, he winds up assaulting her and getting her pregnant, and then she's left with the decision on if she's going to keep the baby or not. So she had to deal with that one. She finally does get rescued by a gentleman that winds up killing another young man because he was under the assumption that that young man killed his son. He wound up attempting to do the right thing and rectifying his life, and he winds up saving her. And she names her son after this gentleman that saves her. Goes through his struggle. Um, Duda is the main antagonist in that one, where he calls all the shots, he makes everything happen, and everybody is wanting to deal with him, but they don't know how. And Iman Shumpert is in that one as well too.
Oh, so am I in the transition from the hardcore to the camera?
Yeah, he's in it now. And he actually plays a good part. I
Huh?
mean, he plays his role very well. He's from the streets. No, he's in the streets. He's from the streets, but he does not have street in him. So he's only doing it because it's a family trait. That's the only reason why he's doing it. Other than that, he really doesn't want to do it. He's really not into it. But I mean, he does what he has to do. He sells his little weed, and whatnot. But like I said,
So
I really enjoyed it.
yeah. So this is in what season? You mentioned it. What season? What
Season
6?
6, it's number 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of it, but I don't. Sometimes it's just hard when you get kind of overwhelmed with a lot of the quote unquote, sort of hood based movies. I mean, the whole Power series. I've been watching that, and just keeping up with that. I don't know. I've watched it a few times. The show you're talking about, The Shy. I've watched it a few times. It is well done. Just never caught on with me though. But it sounds
Like
like I can go back and catch it.
like I said, there was so much going on at the time, and I think Power was still going in its heyday at the same time that the Shy was going on, and I kind of got off of the Shy. But when I actually went back and sat down and gave it a watch from season one, starting back over with season one, episode one, all the way up to season six. I think that's episode might be eight or nine. To see the transition of the young men from little kids and all the way up to them graduating high school, watching them grow up on camera. It was enlightening. That and I'm
Yeah.
reading still into um Self-Made Man, and that one's getting interesting as well too.
Okay.
And that one
Cool.
I'm on
Speaking of
the
watching,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of watching shows, watching flicks, you had an interesting post the other day about some movies, a decade of movies, from the '90s, and it was fun to play around with because I actually did it with me and Shimmy was in the car together, so we did it with each other. Just rattle them off to kind of see what where we would go with it. And I'm gonna pull that up. I got it loaded up already. I'm gonna pull that up so the audience can see it. But the way he did it was real interesting. Rather than just say, "Hey, let's just pick one movie out of all of them," he went through the whole like each decade, pick one out of each decade. There was a few that were easy for me, but there were a couple. There were a couple, couple years in there where um, it was tough to nail down one movie. So I'm interested in seeing it. So I got it pulled up. I want to see what you thought, and we could just kind of touch on it real quick. But I thought it was an interesting post, man, to make you think about the way you see these movies now, today,
Hold
after
on,
it's been years.
I'm still looking for that
All
one
right,
because
so
I lost that one somewhere,
I got
so I'm still looking for that one
I got
on
you.
my screen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hit you with it then. So 1990, he's got House Party and he's got Mo Better Blues. Which one you gonna go with?
House Party, of course. That
Of
was a no brainer.
course, of
That was a no
course.
brainer for the kids.
Right. Mo Better was good though. Shadow did his thing, but House Party, it's got that iconic dance scene. Yeah, Shadow did his thing though.
What
But House Party got that iconic dance scene though.
when Shadow lost his girl, talking about some
Spike be tripping, man.
Spike
Yeah,
said.
yeah. he, we all learned that from Spike. We all learned that from Spike. All right, so 91, he says House Party 2, Boys in the Hood, The Five Heartbeats, New Jack City, Strictly Business. What you gonna go with?
In the hood, boys, the boys in the hood.
Boys in the Hood. I'm gonna tell you though, that it was tough. I went with New Jack City though. To me, New Jack City just that was. I know Boys in the Hood sort of started it, but actually New Jack City, if I remember right, New Jack City came drop first before Boys in the Hood. But of course, NWA, Ice Cube. It was like, yeah, it was. But New Jack City to me still top of that list right there. Um, House Party 2 wasn't even I wouldn't even consider that. Strictly Business was funny. It's cool. Hallie got her first little peek at Hallie in that one, um but I went with New Jack. All right, 92. This one might stump you. We got Juice, we got Class Act, we got Mo Money, Boomerang, Malcolm X. Which one you going with?
Class Act. See, that one's in between Class Act and Malcolm X.
Class Act was Class Act was good. It's all right. It's funny. Man, on that one, I took Boomerang, man. I'm surprised you didn't take Boomerang on that. Boomerang's a classic.
Why? Because of
Classic
my
90s
past
hood flick.
my past history. Marcus.
That's bro, that's the best line. Marcus, I'm not
Eartha,
wearing any panties.
Eartha Kitt
You
killed
know,
that one.
you had Grace Jones. Yeah, you had Grace Jones with the afterbirth. Afterbirth. I mean, that was come on, man. When Martin was on his thing in that one, that man, Boomerang and the soundtrack. And the soundtrack. Boomerang was on it, man.
That was a
I
tough year.
had
Actually,
Boomerang
that
on
was a tough year for me on that one. Probably one of the tougher
it. Yeah,
years to
yeah, it
actually come
was.
out
Yeah.
with for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, Mo Money was nice. Mo Money had a nice soundtrack too. Boomerang, Class Act, Juice. I mean, Juice was any other year. We moved Juice to another year, I might have taken that one.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, Boomerang's just, it's at the top. It's one of the best of the 90s. So all right, 93, we got CB4, What's Love Got to Do with It, Minister Society, Poetic Justice, Sister Act 2. Now, I think he took Sister Act 2, which shocked me. Sister Act 2 ain't nowhere on my radar on this one. I took CB4. CB4, one of my favorite movies of all time, man. Chris Rock is a genius. I
The
took
ultimate,
CB4.
the ultimate one-liner in movie history, iconic. Eat the cake anime.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
That trumps everything for me.
What's love got to do with it? Yeah, yeah. I can't put it over. I can't say that if that was on and CB4 was on, which one would I watch? I would watch CB4 first. I'd watch CB4 first. Then I may go and watch What's Love Got to Do with It if it replays.
When she was out on stage, when she was out on stage, uh, right before they was getting ready to sing Proud Mary, he gave her that look, and then he walked up on her and he kissed on her
Yeah.
cheek, and the crowd melted. I was like, "That's Ike. I like Ike." But then again, that's why I'm wearing this red flag shirt, though.
The red flag Tuesday for you. All right, so we're gonna move on to 94. So in 94, we got Fresh, we got Crooklyn, we got Jason's Lyrics, we got Above the Rim, and a Low Down Dirty Shame. All of them were great. I'm gonna tell you right now, I might shock you on this one. Crooklyn. Crooklyn. Crooklyn got me right here. Crooklyn got me right here. It got me right here. That movie was, I mean, it'll have you choking up a little bit. Real good Spike Lee joint. I love that.
And you gonna pass up that over Jada Pinkett Smith's booty?
Hey, well, it wasn't just Jada's booty. You talk about Jason Lyrics. You had a good shot at G Money's booty in that thing too.
With that chill pit.
Hey, I think they showed more G Money's booty than Jada's. All that hair on the back of it, man. Come on now.
Man, dude,
he got
man,
clown for that one.
He looked like a chill pet on that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
That one.
He got clown for that one, man.
Crooklyn, I really enjoyed Crooklyn on that one. The sentimental value with that one.
Crooklyn was good, yeah.
When the dog was in the him and they pull out bed out and the Precious.
Oh man, dude. She was calling for the dog and it popped out of the fold out sofa, the fold out bed. Oh man. Oh
yes. That was Vintage
Spike
Spice.
he did it on it. But I love the way he just, it wasn't really like considered like an ethnic movie. It was just like centered around family in that neighborhood at that time, era. It was just great, man. Then they had the Ooh Child, Things That Get Easier, 5 Stair Steps. I forgot the artist wrong. That part of the soundtrack, just some old school joints and that time frame. I just like that movie. But man, Jason Lyrics was good, and so
That
was Above the Rim.
that was one of those time capsule movies where he actually captured the true essence of that one, the timing, the whole nine.
Yeah,
That one was good. Also with the Above the Rim, that one was a classic as well too.
man, Above the Rim is good. This was a tough. I think I told you I had a tough time with 94 and 95. Now, let me read off what's in 95 now. So 95, we got Dead Presidents. We got Waiting to Exhale. We got wait, what is this? Vampire in Brooklyn. We have Friday and Higher Learning. That's what. So it was tough. It was easy, but it was tough because I don't know who wouldn't pick Friday because Friday probably would beat everybody on this list. But the movies that Friday went up against in that year, Dead Presidents, Higher Learning, Waiting to Exhale. Come on.
And that's the thing, Dead Presidents. It just celebrated an anniversary. Um, that's who I pulled out. I went with Dead Presidents.
Yeah. I can't fault you for choosing Dead Presidents, but I've probably seen Friday, 400 or 500 times. I don't know, man. I could probably do half of the script on Friday. I mean, we've seen that so many times. But Friday went up against some really good movies. I love Dead Presidents. I love my man Cuddy in that in that movie. Oh wait, dude, you remember when Cuddy pulled up and he was sucking on the lollipop? He was talking to Loren Tate girl. Lorenz had been gone for a while, so you know what Cuddy been doing, right? You know Cuddy been coming by the crib, just putting some money down, spending some time with her, and she trying to not pay any attention to Cuddy at this time. She ain't trying to be rude, but she's really trying to wish Cuddy would just roll on. That dude sucking on the lollipop. He said, yeah, how you doing there? It's good to see you. Tell your mama I said hello. All this in front of Loretta. That dude was foul, man. But
Then the
that
way he
part
had
had me crying.
that pinky with that nail up in there, he was rolling it with his foot. Hey, baby, but you home now.
Man.
You home now, and I'm gonna respect that.
Right, yes. Cuddy, what? Man, Lorenz Tate, man, he get rolled up. And everything but Menace to Society, man. He getting done. He getting disrespected in some kind of way, man. But yeah, I did love that, man. Dead Presidents was a great movie. Of course, Waiting to Exhale. So,
Dead
all right, so we
President.
got 96. We got Set It Off. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Dead Presidents for me. The reason that one trumps Friday is because that one remind me and the Loyal Fraternity Brothers of Dog University. That is something that we would have pulled off. The gentleman that hooked the bomb back to the back of the door. That's our boy Tiny O. Tino
Yeah,
Ortiz. That's our boy. Um, that we would have been more than happy to take out on the caper with us. But that's what got me with that one. The sentimental value on that one is that remind me of me and the boys. That's something that we would have most definitely. We would have had fun just doing it, even if we had gotten caught. We just would have had a blast just doing it, being able to
yeah.
attempt to pull it off.
Dead Presidents is a great one. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you need to check that one out. So then in 96, it Set It Off, Don't Be a Menace, um, Preacher's Wife, Fat Beach, and Thin Line Between Love and Hate. So I just quickly just went to Set It Off. I honestly, the other ones, especially Fat Beach, they was just kind of, I don't know if it was the year I was kind of transitioning to, better quality movies, but Fat Beach sucked. Set
Fat
It Off was great.
Fat Beast shouldn't even been on this list though. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
They was probably reaching
that's disrespecting that.
with that one. They
Yeah.
was straight reaching with that one.
And then there Don't Be a Menace was just, the Wayans. After a few Wayans jokes, it kind of gets like I don't know about everybody else, but they comedy kind of wears on you quickly. But in this movie, it's just a parody, and it's just parody joke after parody joke after parody joke, like Lil Man and like some of them other movies that they done. It just kind of like the laughs get old.
Yeah, and I just saw an interview with dude that played Lil Chris a couple of days ago, and he was talking about that one. But I mean, he wasn't really funny to me. The thing was,
Yeah.
it was decent, but all of their jokes have a it's kind of tinted with a little corn in there. You can get it gets us a little corn with that one.
All right. 97. This one was I struggled on this one because I didn't think they were that good. You got Baps again, Halle Berry. You got Love Jones, your boy Lorenz Tate. You got Eve's Bayou. Okay. You got Soul Food, and you got Booty Call. I struggled on this one because none of them were great, but I have seen Booty Call like several times. That movie is funny. Um, I know a lot of people like Love Jones. I'm just one of them folks. I'm just one of them folks who just did not like Love Jones. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Didn't like Bill Bellamy. Didn't like Lorenz Tate. Didn't like all that whining he did. I just didn't like it.
Oh Lord.
Come on, man.
Oh
I'm just one of them
Lord.
people. I know
Lord.
everyone loves it. They rave about it. They rave about Love Jones.
Oh
I'm just
Lord.
not. I was not a
Lord.
fan.
Lord. Don't strike him down, Lord.
And Baps, I had never seen Baps
What?
until me and Shimmy got married. She loves Baps. She loves Baps. Loves it. So
I could see that
yeah, I
one.
struggled with this one. Yeah,
I could see
yeah.
that one. I could see Shimmy and Babs.
She yelled out Baps right off the rip. Baps, she yelled it out. Like, yeah. But I struggled with this one, man. I didn't like any of those movies except Booty Call.
For me, I'm
So,
thinking I'm going
let me take that back. Soul Food was good too. Yeah, Soul Food was good. But go ahead.
that will be down to my two will be Soul Food and Love Jones.
Yeah. So you liked Love Jones? You liked it?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I laugh.
Who
I
wouldn't?
laugh with the way Bill Bellamy, poisoned Lorenz Tate against his girl and then took her. Thought that was kind of low. That was dirty. That was funny. But I just didn't Love Jones. I just didn't like. Maybe I should try watching it again. I'm gonna try it again, man.
No,
That's the problem.
don't. Don't. It's not going to do anything for you. I enjoyed that one because at the time I was doing a portrait scene real heavy. Um, so that's what got me the sentiment, how smooth he was, the player, how he rolled up on her, especially when he pulled out the camera with the take your clothes off.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
all that
enjoyed that one.
corny stuff, man.
The smoothness.
The dude was corny, man. Lorenz Tate was corny.
Call it
All
what
right, so
you
we
want to
got
call it.
98. We got Belly. We got the Players Club. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We got How Stella Got Her Groove Back. We got Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and we got He Got Game. I struggled on 98. I think all of those were really good movies. I
Really?
struggled on 98.
Really?
Yeah, I struggled. Yes,
You
yes.
you struggled
I
with
loved He Got Game. I loved it.
you
I love
struggled
He
with
Got Game.
98.
Yeah, I did. Belly, I mean, come on. Belly's a classic, you know. Players Club. Ah, come on. Ah, who
There
Then
we
you
go
got
again.
How Stella Got Her Groove Back. That's
There we,
probably of all of them. That's probably the one that's lowest on the list for me. I just felt like that was female oriented, but it was good. You know. And Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Lorenz Tate again. Lorenz Tate was busy in the 90s, man. I'm gonna just say that. I just realized that. This dude made a mint in the 90s.
what's called
So, but Lorenz, that movie was good.
especially coming off of what was that first one? Not Boys in the Hood. Um, he played
It
Odo
was
again.
so after. Oh, Minister Society. Yeah,
That one after
yeah,
Menace.
right.
After Menace, he just kind of took off. Um,
Man, yeah. Because when his part in Menace, and I know that was on lit, but him playing O Dog, like he nailed it. Like I still, when I look at him, I still want to call him O Dog, but everything he's done after that doesn't fit. Like him and his agent said, look, you were so good at this, let's not get you typecasted. We going in the opposite direction. Remember, he did Inkwell. Dude was straight up nerd in Inkwell. He been goofy in all his other movies ever since then, but he killed it as O Dog. That man, that was so believable. But they just made sure they weren't gonna typecast. He never did anything like that again.
of course, of course. So what did you go with?
Man,
Since you
I went with he got.
struggled.
I did. I went with he got game. I did. I went with he got game. Denzel was great. Jesus Shuttlesworth, man, Ray Allen, little sports theme. Man, the soundtrack. Public Enemy did the whole soundtrack. I got it. I listened to. There's probably about 5 songs on there that I put in. There's some of Public Enemy's best. I just went with he got game. Yeah.
Even if
You know.
Public Enemy had done how Stella got her groove back, you would have went with that one because you're a Public Enemy stan.
No, that wouldn't even fit. But
Uh,
I think when he got game, Spike, he got the right people to do the soundtrack. It sounded right. The look was right. He got Denzel. Denzel was great. Then you put Ray Allen in the movie. He's a real baller. Did a great job of just playing like that kid trying to decide what school he goes to. You got the oh man, his girlfriend who was trying to roll him up, Lala Bonita, whatever her name was, on the phone with him while dude's laying in the bed with her playing that game, everybody trying to pull him to get him to go to the school that they want him to go to. I
Big
just thought
state.
that was nice.
Big
Yeah,
state.
yeah, right.
Um, for me, we could stop with the greatest opening intro
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
in
Go ahead.
movie history.
I know.
There is no other opening
Right.
ever before
I
or
know.
after
Yeah.
from Billy. From Billy.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I stopped
Walking
right there.
walking through the club.
We,
Yes.
we, we have no we don't have to go no further after that one. And
You're right.
with that track that was playing,
You're right. They
steady.
they played the acapella version of Soul to Soul with the black light on behind them, shining off they shirt. They walking slow up. You right, man.
Steady. Are you ready? And we run up in
Yeah.
that joint and pew 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 pew. I'm telling you, yes. There has
No, you're
been no
right.
other. There has
You're
been
right.
no other.
That is, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
the thing with where
yeah.
he got game,
Man, who did?
um,
I think Hype
what
Williams
you
did
mean
that movie
think?
though,
What you
right?
mean
I didn't mean
think?
to cut you off. I think Hype did Belly.
What you mean
Yeah,
think?
I'm trying to go off memory, but yeah, you're right.
That is
Right,
a
yeah.
Hype Williams
Okay.
joint.
And that's his signature. Right. Yeah, you're right, man.
Because he said
Dude,
he
I
wrote that
cannot
one
lie
for
with you there.
he wrote that
You
one for
you ain't lying.
T-Buzz.
That's an opening.
Yeah, he wrote that movie. He said he wrote that movie just for T-Buzz.
Oh, okay.
So she was already typecast. I mean, not typecast, but she was already
Wow.
slated for the movie. And I believe that she didn't even have to audition, according to him, that
Okay.
he didn't have to audition. But the thing where he got game, that you heard the story about him and Ray Allen that when they was actually playing that last game.
No, so there's a backstory to that.
The backstory behind that one was Ray was supposed to beat him, I think 12-zip straight out. So
Yeah.
Denzel didn't like it. He was like, "Oh, so y'all gonna play me like I don't actually play ball," because they said Denzel actually plays. So they getting into it and getting into it, and he
Okay.
banging him and scoring on him and scoring on him, and he run the score up, and he was like, "Timeout." What you mean timeout? No, timeout. This ain't how this supposed to go. And they said that jaw jacket in that one, that was a real scene. That Denzel actually put it on him.
Oh, come on.
Telling you.
Ray was holding back.
I'm telling you.
This was at a time when Jesus Shuttlesworth was probably top 6 in the league, man. Jesus
Exactly.
had game.
Exactly. But then Denzel's he said that he was not going out like that. And he changed it right in play because I think he said after he scored like the first 3 or 4, he looked over at everybody and they was like, keep going. So Denzel banging him and banging him and banging him.
Okay.
And he yoked him up and he was like,
Right.
time out. No, what we doing here? He was like, go ahead, young buck, play.
I like that one, man. I may watch that movie this weekend, man. So
Ain't no
that was
there's
nice.
there's no might. If P is
And
in
they
it,
had your
you're gonna
girl,
watch it.
the hooker, if if I remember right, the hooker that was in the building with him, that was Mila Jovovich from Fifth Element and Resident Evil. I'm pretty sure that was the same chick.
I
All
believe
right,
that
so
is her.
99, we got we got 99, we got In Too Deep, we got The Best Man, The Wood, and Life. Man. Another one that's kind of, I mean, boy, these movies are like really, man. It was hard to go and hold up, man. In Too Deep was 99? Was that 99?
99. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Okay. That's right. That's In Too Deep. That was
Who's Jay?
LL was the gangster. What was his name in that one? He had a, what they call him?
God. God.
God, that's right. Yeah. That's right. It was 99. Yeah. Nah, I think this one here, boy, it's hard to pull out between Best Man and The Wood, man. I'm just gonna go with Life. I'm gonna just say Life because I can't pick Best Man or Wood over each other. I mean, they both were in that same, that same feel. I might have seen Best Man a few more times than I've seen Wood, but that's only because I like to see when Lance standing at the altar. And I like to see when Lance is standing at the altar biting his lip because he having the visions. He having visions. Boy, how Spike did it. How Spike sees that part to me is that I couldn't. I fell out my chair. Boy, Lance was fighting through that one, but he was praying through that one. So I'm just gonna go with Life on this one. It's hard to pick between that and The Wood.
I'm torn between The Wood and The Best Man because, like you said, with that
Yeah,
scene where she's my queen,
yeah. He's struggling, boy.
and
Man,
Neil Long giving up the goods where she just spilled the beans and knowing she wasn't supposed to get the book and she wound up with it and putting two and two together. Um,
yeah.
that one, but the wood remind me of something that we would have did as kids, especially when I
Right.
wore
The Wood. Yeah,
and
yeah.
y'all talking me up to go smack old girl on the butt, Stacy,
That's what I'm
and,
saying.
and,
Like the Wood. Yeah,
and getting beat
the
up by
Wood feels
Stacy.
like us.
Yeah, y'all would get me beat up by
Yeah,
Stacy.
yeah. I mean, hey, we done talked each other to doing some crazy stuff. The Wood did feel like us. It did. It did. So that was funny. It was hard to pick between those two, so I just gave up and just said, "Look, I'll go to Life," which I could watch Life, over and over again. That's a great one. Um, In Too Deep, honestly, when I think about it, man, In Too Deep, I was not that impressed with In Too Deep. Was not, I think I've maybe seen it twice, maybe, you know. So, not that it wasn't good. It just, what can I say?
No one's played outside of the character. The character were were them. So there was no challenges or anything of the nature.
Right.
So I mean, that's what got me on that one, is that the acting wasn't anything astounding. It was just run of the mill. Is you're playing yourself.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So, I mean, it was just a fun, set of movies to go through. I'm sure there's probably some on there that we probably could have added, um, or like you said, take off like Fat Beach. I know Fat Beach it shouldn't even be on the list. Wouldn't have gone with that at all. But there's some other ones on there that are good second mentions. I mean, I really like some of those years we just had a tough time. But you were right on it with Belly. I can't lie. It makes me want to rethink my pick in '98 because that opening on Belly is a killer. That is.
DMX's part, I liked his when he attempted to go straight. The minister, his 5 minute ending.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that got me, is that one is that's one of those Alpha and Omega movies where you got that astounding intro, and then you got that prolific outro with the minister. Um, you help me, brother, and everything that was going on then. The new millennium is coming in, and everything that he was saying, we're living through it right now.
Yeah.
Clive Davis. That's who that was, Clive Davis.
Right. Okay. Cool. Cool. So look, I don't know if you noticed, but speaking of another movie that y'all wouldn't give it a shot, y'all wouldn't give it a chance. Okay, the Barbie movie, and I got my I am Knuff. I got my I am Knuff hoodie. Okay, thanks to Shimmy, she went and found it for me. But what I was trying to tell you, some of y'all brothers, man, wouldn't go see the Barbie movie, man. There was a real there was a real message for men in that movie through Ken. I mean, it was as much about Ken as it was about
How?
Barbie. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
How?
I'm just saying, all right. Like some of the conversations that you and I have had about relationships, about the dynamic between men and women, man, they really showcase that in the Barbie movie. Like, are you taking advantage of, or you take the person for granted? Are you really listening to what their their goals and aspirations are? Are you there to just make them happy? What's going to make you happy? It was all about that, all about acceptance, and there was it was centered on Ken. I'm telling you,
Ken is a tool.
that's eh, man. You did you write the script?
Ken is a
Because you're
tool.
exactly right. You are exactly right. She used him. He was he was there to serve Barbie. That was his
Exactly.
purpose.
And you want me to
But
sit through
no.
you want me to sit through what I see every day.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. He was there to serve Barbie, but he comes to the realization that that's really what the plot of the movie is about. He's not there to serve Barbie.
That's why Ken was created. Ken was created to be
Yeah.
a tool.
Yep. Right. Right.
Black Ken,
Right.
white Ken, Asiatic Ken, all the Kens are the same thing. All the Barbies are the same way.
No, you're exactly right.
And
You're
speaking of
exactly
Barbies,
right, man.
Barbies in tools, the Queen of the Barbs, her old boy is the same way as well too. The one that she's married to, cause he decided to get into it with Offset behind some mess between her and Cardi B. And then he wound up getting put on house arrest
Man.
for 120 days. And you outside stalking somebody because you're caught up in Barbie stuff.
Well, look, we are pushing up on time, and I hate to cut it off right now. What do you want to do? Do you want to come back and touch on this like this week? This what you're getting into right now.
got time,
Are
man.
you a tool?
I got time.
Are you a tool?
I got time.
You want to you
Cause
so you want to do that?
that video that I sent you with the stick characters, I'm living that one right now.
Yeah.
I'm living that one exactly right now.
Okay.
And that one with
All
game,
right. Let's.
the video game, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So, yes, sir. I have time.
Yeah. Let's do that then.
I am your Huckleberries this week.
Okay.
And we can
All
kind of
right,
link
man.
that one in with that walk of shame as well, too. We could do that one too.
That walk of shame. Let's get on the
Oh
walk of
yeah.
shame. I
Oh
already
yeah.
got that pulled up in the queue. We was gonna get on that. So we'll do walk of shame. So, all right, man. Well, look. We kind of keeping it to an hour now, but we're bringing you more content, keeping you guys interested. I'm gonna crank up the spaceship and head back to Planet Almond. But this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys check in, tune in for some more exciting episodes for Shelfspace the podcast. I'm your host, Almond Brown, signing off. I'm turning it over to my man, the Toxic Avenger, the Red Flag Bearer. He gonna close us out that day.
Once again, I'd like to thank you all for the time that you've given us. Also, for my book recommendation of the week would be none other than The Great Pretender by Melania Black.
Woo.
This one was extremely good. It's about a gentleman that is married. He lives in Miami. No, he lives in Orlando, but he has a whole nother family going on down in Miami, and worlds collide. But this one was actually
Oh,
pretty
you
great.
be making trips down to Miami too, though.
Of course,
You make trips down to Miami too, though.
of
Okay.
course, of
So, all
course,
right.
of course, of course,
Might be an autobiography here
of
going on.
course.
Might be your own story. All right.
That part of Dog
All right.
University
Well,
will
I'll
never
let you
leave me.
close us out with that.
That part of Dog University will never leave me. That's the thing that I love about my boys is those formidable years there. But like I said, Great Pretender was actually a great book. Follow up was a great portrayal. Um, in closing, I would like to thank you all for the time that you all have invested in us. Hope that we've given you something to think about. Hope that we've entertained you. And also with these movies, hopefully we brought back some great memories from way back when, and that you will go back and check some of these out and possibly may rethink your choices. But as always, was great being here. And in closing, be good. If you can't be good, be yourself. If you can't be yourself, be honest. And happy breast cancer month to you all. Thank you all once again. I'm out.
All right. Y'all have a good night.